So you wouldn't be surprised that I watched a movie that was really, really boring. It's my life. Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Anthony, here to give you guys another movie review. This time it is for the new HBO Max original film, Locked Down. So we have Chiwetel Ejiofor, we have Anne Hathaway, and we have Ben Kingsley somewhere in the background. And this movie is supposed to be set during the early days of the pandemic, and there's a heist afoot. That's what this is. So, you know, I was going into this movie with like slightly high hopes because I was like, okay, it's a heist movie during the pandemic. Just that premise alone sounds kind of interesting. The execution is not good. Anne Hathaway, again, I don't know what's up with her. She has a curse. She's not a bad actress. It's just a lot of the movies, at least a lot of the movies I've seen her in lately, not that good. I saw The Witches, the remake, with her in there and her bald ass head. That was bad. And then other movies that she's been in, bad. And there's a good cast, like I said. Everybody in here is fine. It's just the script is the biggest thing to blame here because, yikes, guys. I mean, there's a lot of dialogue in this movie and these people are saying nothing. They're just talking. And it's not building anything with the story. It's not building anything with the characters. And the characters suck to begin with. The lockdown, I mean, I already explained what it's about. It's a couple stuck in lockdown. They hate each other, or do they? And they decide that they're going to rob a department store and steal a diamond that's worth millions of dollars. That's it. That's what this movie's about. And you would think that a movie set during the early days of the lockdown, the pandemic, that bills itself as exploring relationships during lockdown and how we deal with that would be a little bit more entertaining, a little bit more thoughtful and intriguing. But no, this movie is boring. It's the most boring movie I've seen all year. I literally had to stop watching this movie an hour and a half in because it was so boring. I couldn't do it. I had to stop it. I had to come back and rewatch it again the day after. That's just how bad it was. I know I am shitting on this movie, so we got to give some positivity to this. So what are some of the good elements? Well, there's only one, and they did a pretty good job of filming a movie during the pandemic. We'll say about that. That's about as much praise as I can give this movie because I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool that they were able to do that during the pandemic. But the negative stuff about this movie, oh, I can go down a long, long list. And in fact, I do have a list. People will talk for like 30 minutes just explaining things, at least they're trying to, and it goes nowhere. The whole time I was just sitting, I was like, okay. Chiwetel Ejiofor's character in here, he is a former convict, right? He doesn't want to go back to a life of crime. He wants to change. But then all of a sudden, he says, all right, I'm gonna do this heist. Why would you change that when the whole movie you were like, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to change. And then all of a sudden, all right, I'll go back to the life of crime. Doesn't make a sense. Also, the movie tries to tug at your heartstrings, but you have two characters who you can't give a crap about. They both suck. They're both horrible people. You don't care about them. And I know this might be just me because I'm in the future of this pandemic and this movie is in the past, the early days of the pandemic. But every time I saw characters going to certain places and other people around them weren't wearing masks, it really irked me. And I think the biggest sin of this movie is just a waste of cast. Like I said, Chiwetel Ejiofor is really good. Anne Hathaway, she has a curse in Hollywood. I don't know what's going on with that, but I think she's a pretty decent actress. I mean, we all know Princess Diaries is, you know, up there in the best movies of the world. And Ben Kingsley is in here, which I think he's actually pretty good in the film. He works with what he has, but it's just a waste of cast. But ultimately, guys, I think this is just a waste of time. The locked down should be locked away. That was a bad one. But guys, let me know what you think of Lockdown in the comments down below. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Do you like Anne Hathaway? Do you think she has some kind of curse in Hollywood? Lately, all the movies I've seen with her have been really bad. Also, check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel, guys. And remember, keep watching movies.